The information contained in this YouTube video and the resources available in the links below is not intended as and shall not be understood or construed as financial advice. We are not attorneys, accountants, or financial advisors, nor are we holding ourselves out to be, and the information contained is not a substitute for financial advice from a professional who is aware of the facts and circumstances of your individual situation. We have done our best to ensure that the information provided on this channel and the resources available are accurate and provide valuable information. Regardless of anything to the contrary, nothing available on or through this show should be understood as a recommendation that you should not consult with a financial professional to address your particular information. In short, only blame yourself if you lose money. Thank you.
So damn, man, I was thinking,
What's up, Roots?
Monero is going to overtake Bitcoin.
Never. And I'll tell you why. I know you're a firm believer, and I know what you've been telling me these past couple of days. How you're now all of a sudden the Monero, born again Monero believer. But once we're done with this, you won't be.
I am on the Monero train, and you should be too. Point blank.
Nope.
Let's just get with the show. Let me hear the intro. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Debate. I am your host, B Roots, along with my co-host,
Dem.
and welcome to another episode. Once again, if you enjoy our episode, enjoy our content, please make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and so you hear every single notification when we put out a new video, hit the bell button. So, Monero.
What about it?
The privacy coin that I've been doing a massive amount of research, I believe, will overtake Bitcoin someday. It is going to be a beast.
Is this before or after Bitcoin is banned by the United States? Don't worry about it.
You know what? Monero is going to be banned also. And I think Monero is going to be banned first, but Monero, before Monero gets banned, once again, just like Bitcoin, if you don't know what Bitcoin is and the Congress don't understand Bitcoin, you must be crazy if you think they understand what Monero is. Because everybody in the crypto space don't even understand what the hell Monero is.
Oh, right.
So if you don't know how Bitcoin works, you're definitely not going to know how Monero works. So yeah, absolutely, Monero. Big things coming, and let me kind of explain.
Break that down for me.
So I believe, once again, all opinionated, and there's other people on crypto YouTube that feels the same way.
Okay.
I think it is by far the most undervalued asset on that whole coin market cap. And I don't care if it's ranked number 4,000 with the best tech there is. Privacy is the reason why you are in the crypto space right now, period. Okay. Think about it.
I agree with that.
Think about it. Facebook just scoping on all your information, all your data.
You're saying as opposed to any other crypto that can be tracked and traced in some way or another.
Absolutely. When people joined Bitcoin, including myself, we all thought that Bitcoin was private. The reason why the government didn't like Bitcoin from the get-go, I bet, is because they also thought it was
Everyone
private.
said, we're using it on the dark net to buy all these and do all the crime.
And people on the dark net thought it was private at one point in time, and that's the reason why they were using it on the dark net.
It's not entirely as private as you were led to believe.
Correct. And now you're starting to realize that. And let's just say the American government doesn't ban Bitcoin, which we know is going to happen. But if they don't, they will be all in your information. Companies, private companies, in your information. The IRS know exactly every.
So
I hope you're reporting all that shit on your taxes because they're coming for you.
Agree to that extent, yes, because they're already all up in your information. They have been, will be, and will continue to be. So,
but let me
another way.
let me take it to another step.
Okay.
We work at the same job. I get a 10% raise. You know that I got a 10% raise because that ledger that the company that you work at has a Bitcoin address.
I've already solved this in another conversation we had offline. This is just the network right now. There's going to be some interface that's going to allow a layer of privacy so that only certain people can see certain numbers that will need to access that. Not everybody needs to see everything, or I would have to give permission for you to allow you, Roots, if you wanted to see what the boss gave me. You know what I'm saying? So that hasn't been built in here. You're talking about a problem that can be easily solved and will be solved once we get going and the whole landscape gets developed. So anyway,
that needs to be done on the layer base, not as a side.
No.
And you know what?
It's
been 10 years.
Dude,
give me a it's been 10 years. Give me a reason why it takes it so long to add a damn side chain to add that privacy. Probably because it can't be done. Period. Where else it would have been done already? 10 years, it still don't have anything.
It's just not a priority yet. It's just like whenever we talked about when companies growing, they got a list, they have a certain budget they can use. They got a list of things they got to do. They're going to look at the biggest bang for your buck. Right now, that's just not that important. That's an easy problem to overcome. No big deal.
How's it not important? You want this thing to take off. And what's holding things to take, these are the reasons it's holding companies to get into it. Why would a company pay their employees in Bitcoin when you can see all that information? Like, why? I know how much my coworker's making. Why am I not making that?
I can end this argument right now. Do you agree that if they come up with what I'm talking about, is that interface which allows that layer of security, or only allows me, the user, to dictate who can access what information? If that can be done, and they do that, that solves this easy problem we're talking about. I don't even know why we're talking about this, because it's not an issue. If they're able to do that, does it fix the problem that you're talking about? Yes or no?
If it can be done, no, I do not think it. And here's why it can't be done. It has to be done at the protocol level. Once again, you're going to turn it off to send me something.
You're not turning anything off. You would just need to give, just like the reason for the blockchain, I would give you access. I would control it. Whatever smart contract we would come up with would allow you to see if, for whatever reason, I thought you needed to see that information. So it doesn't mean just because I pay you, I'm going to allow. This is going to allow you to build security and, like I said, different levels of access on top of the ledger. It's not just going to let you. It's just going to be. It's still a trustless ledger. It's still doing what it does. That means nobody has to review it. We're still agreeing. It just doesn't allow you to see everything. Anybody to see anything. That's an easy problem, bro. Let me get to the real problem. I'm just not getting done. Let me get to what the meat and potatoes of everything. Why I think Bitcoin, Monero goes down. I agree with you. In the fact that if Bitcoin or any crypto gets big enough to be a threat to any nation's currency, they'll start gunning for it. I totally agree with that. Because that's releasing a lot of control, handing over power. Nobody's going to do that. But let me pull up the old screen share. I got a couple articles.
Oh, now no one's going to hand over power. Sounds like the last episode we said, oh, no one's just going to hand them. Can't beat them, join them.
Well, nobody's going to hand over power, but I'm saying this is exactly why. If you're telling me because I agree, yes, anyone can see the ledger, but I agree that it's going to be access based only. So it's not going to be my neighbor can go look and see my bank account.
So do you feel the government? So you feel the government should be allowed to have all that information?
That's not about me feeling. That's going to happen anyway. It's not about me. It's about because the government, if they want to, can go look at your bank account.
And that is the reason why Monero is going to freaking blow up. And I'll give you examples. When that happened, everyone knows that we're going to go into a world global recession. And when that happens,
I don't know that.
Well, it's happening. Okay, some point in time it's going to happen. But when it happens, governments seize what they can seize. 1929,
Oh my
Great Depression. Governments wanted to seize everything. 1933, your gold was seized. Guess what? If Bitcoin gets big, what's going to be the first one to be seized? Your Bitcoin is going to be seized somehow, some way. If it's not seized, it's going to be blacklisted because you did not obey to the law.
The blockchain. Can you see my screen? Okay.
Yeah, you can just make it
Full screen.
Full screen
Like that. Okay. You see it? That picture.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your boy. All right. So first of all.
Well, you gotta be my boy. I'm just saying.
If you want to do a quick screen grab for your screensaver, but for your background, your wallpaper maybe, check it out. Your boy right here, Trump executive order banning a cryptocurrency. Let me drop some knowledge on you. A cryptocurrency can mutate into far-reaching law, right? So you say if you're talking about, hey, Bitcoin's going to allow us to subvert the U.S. dollar, you're talking about a truly, and you think the government wants to track your payments and information, which I agree they do. You think they're going to do a truly private coin? If it really is, that's another thing. If it really is truly private, do you believe they're going to allow that thing to flourish? Because look,
absolutely, because that's what
is.
Hold on. Bitcoin could be a government's, and once they understand it and everything, Bitcoin could be a government's love.
Right.
Bitcoin could be a government's love. But guess what? Everybody that's in this space right now are like anti-government. They don't like government. So if the governments go to Bitcoin, where do you think the people that are in the space now are going to go to? They're going to go to Monero because it's going to be opposite of Bitcoin, which would overtake, boom, Monero over Bitcoin, because they're going to put all their money from Bitcoin into Monero. And ain't no one give a damn about Bitcoin.
This real quick. Here's why. Okay, fine. Say that was a thing. I already said if any of these cryptos start to become anything serious, where that they are starting to threaten or impact economies, whatever, currencies, look at the screen right here. Boom, a bill they've already created. So making it illegal for U.S. citizens to own the petro, which, again, this is my boy, the petro was presented by Trump as a way for users to circumvent U.S. sanctions against Venezuela. That's why when we discussed this earlier, I said, we're going to ban anything that allows you to get around them controlling it.
So why wouldn't they just ban Bitcoin?
A completely private coin?
Why wouldn't they ban Bitcoin?
Again, because if you could trace the Bitcoin, I can blacklist that Bitcoin and say, sorry, that's not worth anything. That's taken out of the supply. So you wouldn't get payment. If this is truly private, that means anybody can send money anywhere and do any transaction.
But you ready for this?
Number one.
Monero
legislation banning, making it really difficult to either own or making it illegal to own. Put you in jail. That's easy.
Monero is truly private. You cannot tell that I own Monero. If I own Monero, I'm not saying I own Monero, just for on the record. I don't know.
I knew you were gonna say something.
I don't think. I'm pretty sure I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't own Monero. I'm just speculating that if I were to own Monero,
right.
Guess what? Guess what, Mr. Trump?
Looking at you.
Guess what, Mr. Trump? I'm looking at you right now. Mr. Trump, if I own Monero, you would not be able to tell me if I did.
I knew you were going to say that.
And hold on. And when if I were to decide to spend Monero, you would have no idea that I was spending Monero. I'm not done, Mr. Trump. I'm not done, Mr. Trump.
Listen to you.
I'm speculative talking to you, Mr. Trump, so please allow me to speak.
Sorry.
If I decide to spend the cash that I have locked up in my safe in my house, guess what, Mr. Trump? You have no idea whether I just spent it or what I just spent it on. Just like Monero. Monero is cash.
Is that right?
That's all there is to it. Monero is cash, because once you have cash, there is no way for anyone other than you and the party that you're ever dealing with that cash with know what I did to it. You can't accurately report taxes on the cash that I spent. If I made money with that cash, like a drug dealer, I made $10,000 on a drug deal. You have no idea that I made $10,000. There's no way for you to track that because cash is private. Cash is private. There are ways to find out that, hey, what did you do with that cash? But you can't prove what I did or didn't do with that cash.
True.
And that's what Monero is. That's exactly what Monero is. So when all this blacklisting with Bitcoins go on, all this scooping of the IRS looking at saying what you got paid and what you not got paid based on your Bitcoin address, all the companies, Facebook, governments, all this stuff, everything that people are starting to get sick and tired of, Bitcoin will be added to that, and Bitcoin will expand that. For all we know, Bitcoin was created by Mr. Trump. So what is the only solution to that? Monero.
Okay.
Bam. There's nothing else to it, man.
All right, so I thought you might say, all right. And even
invest in Monero.
If you make a halfway okay point, I guess. If I gotta say something, it was all right. But keep in mind, you're basically saying, who cares if the government says you can't have that? Who cares? You can't tell if I got it anyway, so good luck. Boom. It's truly private. You say cash, which you said they can't really trace cash. They kind of, not that well, but they can write the serial numbers down, and they do. So yeah, you kind of can, but it's not an efficient thing. Let me show you this article I got here.
Who cares if the government makes the law? Who cares if you're under 21 and you're drinking? Who cares for those people that drink and drive? It's against the law. Who cares about running that red light? Who cares about those drug dealers shooting up heroin into their arm because that's against the law? They can't do that. Who cares about you deciding to do a taxable event but not reporting those taxes to the IRS? Every single one of us has done something illegal, including Mr. Trump. You've done something illegal sometimes. I'm just saying, if they ban Monero, it cannot be stopped.
All right, I knew you were gonna say that. So take a look at the screen if you would for me. If you're done, I'm ranting over there. Take a look at the screen. DHS looking into tracking Monero and Zcash transactions.
Stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there at that title.
This is a regular ZDNet. I'm citing my sources.
What the hell is ZDNet dot?
It's .com. Don't try to twist it.
ZDNet.net.
This is one of listen.
Hold on. It doesn't even have an HTTPS on it.
You're kidding. It does. What are you talking about, dude? Nah. They'll try to discredit. Nice try. But no.
All right, go. Because
the source is on point and it's solid. I've done my research. So
all right. By Catalin Kimpanu.
Okay. So he's not qualified now because he can't pronounce his last name?
I mean, when he makes his own website.
This is just one of many articles I found when I just did a quick search on Monero. One of many articles. So you're talking about it's truly private. It's not. They've already started looking into ways to track it. There probably already are ways to track it. It's one of the #1 used cryptos. Hold on.
Oh my goodness, this guy.
For illegal activity. You got Russia in the title. You know that's not good already. I don't have time to go to the whole article because it's kind of long. Very interesting article. Check it out. But there's many more like this to talk about why there's not going to be such a thing as a truly private crypto. And if there ever does exist, that's going to be the first one any government is going to want to get rid of.
Not too bad. But
and one last thing.
Go ahead.
Last article, again, one of many that I found. Another one. In Cointelegraph.com is a valid site. Lots of
I would avoid watching stuff on Cointelegraph.
Listen, this just happened to go on my screen roots. Again, you can quickly type this into your browser.
I also noticed that
right now,
10 conferences in one place being advertised pretty strong on that on that Cointelegraph website.
Again, they just happen to be hosting this article on their site. This is not them. So the real, it's a credible story. But again, crypto, a significant problem. They'll get bigger and bigger. This is not like new. The CIA, all these intelligence agencies, not to mention ones from other governments, are already looking at ways to track it if they're not already tracking it. There's more I can't even talk about on YouTube because I don't want to get us kicked off.
If you decide to read that article, because I was going to bring up an article, the FBI has trouble chasing Monero.
Sure.
They can't crack it because it's truly private. If you read that article, they're having trouble. The FBI is having trouble tracking Monero. It can't be done. And that's the reason why it's a big problem for them. And what a big problem, what happened?
How old is Monero?
What'd you say?
How old is Monero?
5 years
old.
old.
10.
5 years.
Okay, 5 years old. So you're saying forever will always be impossible to track.
The government, they have hackathons. The FBI have all tried to crack it.
I'm sure they're going to say, yeah, guys, we figured it out. And that's the information they share with everybody.
Why not?
Why would you?
Because they don't want their because
go ahead and start using it. Great. Awesome. You're lulled into a false sense of security. Go ahead. Awesome.
They don't want their people. Why would they want you've read many articles in your time that said we do not want people, our American citizens, getting involved in this stuff. So why would they be like, let's just keep it a secret and let people still continue to?
So I can find out what you're doing. If you're doing crime, you're going to do it one way or another. So if it's a way I can use to track you right now, awesome, cool.
But here's the thing, like that's good and fine. Like if you're doing crime, then you deserve to be caught. I never said that Monero is only for crime. I just said,
Roots, I got more class than that. You think I was gonna try to say, oh, because you like privacy coins, you're obviously a criminal. Why else would you need it?
Don't go down that road because you sound just like Mr. Trump. You sound just like Mr. Trump going down that road.
I didn't want to bring it up, but why would you want privacy coins? You're not doing shit over there. I'm just playing.
Because I don't
agree with that.
I don't want party A knowing everything that I do.
I'm playing. I agree with you. I see the need for it. It's not like I don't see the need. I understand why you think what you think, but I'm just saying if there was any crypto that was going to be a target for the government, which I think at some point it will be, it's going to be one that allows you to be truly anonymous.
Exactly. And that's the day it rises in value.
Yeah, it is in fact truly anonymous.
What you can't have is what is going to drive the price. Initially, it'll take a drop. And what's going to happen, we're going to end this here. We're going to end it. But what's going to happen, I truly believe, is yes, Monero will get targeted. Monero is going to have some crazy bumps and bruises over the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years. Absolutely, as cryptocurrency gets more looked into. But what's going to happen, that I truly believe, is Monero is going to drop in price because everyone's going to fear it. Everyone's going to be afraid of it. You can't get anywhere on the regular exchanges, but there's going to be exchanges you can still find it and get it on. And what's going to happen is the people will get tired of getting spied on. People are going to get tired of the information. Bitcoin's not going to find a solution for privacy. And then people are going to be like, I want my cryptocurrency private. And they're going to find a way to get back into Monero. And Monero is going to rise and skyrocket. And the United States or any other government not going to be able to do anything about it.
You're on some hopium over there. That's the only thing they're going to be able to buy with Monero is more hopium.
Ladies and gentlemen of the B Roots and Dem show, let me tell you this. If there's any hedge that you want to have for your Bitcoin or your altcoin,
Buy gold.
This is not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. I don't even. For the record, I do not own any Monero. So I'm just letting you know.
Don't maybe bring that Trump back up on the screen.
So let's just let you know, Monero right now is at $60. Bitcoin right now is at $9,000. When the flippening happens, I'm going to sit there and say, I told you so. All because you're afraid of Mr. Trump. Point blank. That's it. You're afraid of Mr. Trump, and
it's just simple logic.
When there's blood on the streets, when everyone's afraid, that is the time to go balls deep.
Okay.
So with that said, we're going to end this episode of Crypto Debates. This was a good one. If you're a Monero fan, please write in the comments. Let me know what you think. Because you're probably on my side and a little more technical and understand markets more than them and Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump them/them over here don't understand Monero. So let me know what you think of them in his comments. And if you are against Monero, let me know what you think also. But make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you know when our next episode is going to be. What will that be? We don't know. So why don't you write yourself in the comment and let me know what you think the next debate will be.
Don't forget to add me at Dem Bitcoins, Dem, D-E-M Bitcoins.
On Twitter, you can hit me up at IMBRoots. And we're over there debating all the time. What's the next coin to skyrocket? What's debatable, controversial events? That is what we're all about. So till next time, see you guys later.
Bye.